Why did they cancel it? Why?
Hi everybody, I'm Jackie.
And I'm Sam.
Welcome. Today we are checking our first item off the shame list.
And in honor of Pride, we are doing Sense8, which I have never seen before. So this will be a fun new experience for me.
You haven't seen it? I have seen this.
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I am very excited because I know that it was a huge thing when it came out, but I sort of missed it.
Yeah.
But I am excited because it covers the full gamut of the queer experience, apparently, which is very exciting.
This is definitely one of those shows that there was an uproar when it got canceled. It has such a strong, dedicated, even to this day, dedicated fan base.
That's nice.
I was definitely one of the people that was really, really sad when it got canceled.
Oh.
So.
Is it, so I know that it's all the episodes are an hour long, so it's obviously not a sitcom.
No.
Would you consider this to be a drama
Yes.
show? Okay, so this is so it's drama.
It's very much a character drama, as
Okay.
much as it is sci-fi. The sci-fi is just sort of the vehicle for the characters.
Okay.
This one thing I loved about this show is more than almost anything I've ever seen, you fall in love with these characters. They are so well done and so fleshed out, and you care about them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's part of what makes it so compelling. The entire focus of the show is the human experience.
That's nice, though.
Yeah.
I think that's nice, and it's nice that there are, even if it has been canceled, it is nice to know that there are shows out there that are able to do that and that have strong fan bases, right?
Yep.
Because I know that there have been other shows that have really represented well that haven't done as well. So it is nice when you see something that's A, done well, but B, incredibly lovable. It's important to be lovable.
Yes.
Not an experience I'm familiar with, but I've heard that it's lovely.
I love him.
Oh, she's lying through her beautiful straight white teeth. God.
I wouldn't be here with you if I didn't.
That's true. And love comes in all shapes, sizes, and forms.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Sense8, then why are you here? I mean, thank you for joining us and welcome, but also, why ruin this for yourself? Go watch it. Come back. We'll be here. We're always here. It's the internet.
It's true. And even if you don't watch it, what are we going to do about it?
Reach through the camera and be very upset with you, young man or lady. Other, technically. It's full gender spectrum.
Yeah, of course. This episode is called Limbic Resonance. Sounds like a very medical term.
It does. Ooh! I do know that's Daryl Hannah.
It is Daryl Hannah.
That's all.
Yes.
I do remember that
Yeah,
for some strange reason.
A very dirty, abandoned church.
Yes.
That's what it looks like. She's looking like she's not in great shape here.
No, she looks like she's ODing hardcore. Oh, she looks even more like she's ODing hardcore. I like how she's lit. Very angelic, sort of centered, diva, drama. Love it.
Well, she's in a church too, so and she's wearing white.
Oh.
Highlighting in white, that's very angelic.
Ah. Ooh, a gun. How dramatic.
This poor woman.
Like, I want to feel bad for her, but I don't know what's happening with her, so I can't really feel bad for her. I can just assume that she's... Oh. Okay. Oh my.
I don't want anyone else to die because of me.
Setting up some pretty high stakes already.
I see them.
My. Oh my. Oh, hello. Ooh. She looks familiar. Ooh. Let me guess. No one else can see them, but all these people for some reason can see Daryl Hannah just in her. Oh my.
Yep. Jamie Clayton.
Ooh! Oh! Oh!
I love the way this show is shot. They do such a great job of connecting people and showing what they're seeing.
Okay, so...
So she saw all of them, and they all saw her.
Right. And now it's up to the man that is not there to...
They're here.
Well, then.
So is he.
Ooh, the bad guys are here. Oh my.
giving birth.
But she doesn't look pregnant. Is it because it's Daryl Hannah?
It's a metaphorical birth, in a way.
Oh,
Though, it'll make sense.
I'm sure.
Will always be here.
Oh, but they're both not there.
He'll get it.
I'm sure I will. Ooh! I know where I've seen him in! Oh, I like him. He's a good actor. He's a great actor. Oh, and there he is. Oh my, there it is. It's a very dramatic introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Alright, I'm gonna mute this so we can talk during the intro. Very dramatic opening.
Yes.
A little bit confusing, I can see for you.
It's not a bad kind of confusing. More
Yeah.
that kind of confusing that you get when you don't know what's going on. Well, I'm confused because I'm confused.
Yeah, this is very much a show that dropped you in right in the middle.
Yeah.
And it fills things in. The longer you watch, the more you start to understand. Like,
Yeah.
everything in that scene will make sense.
Oh yeah. Which is, in my opinion, it's kind of a risky move because sometimes if they don't do it right, then it's just like, oh, I have no idea what's going on. I don't really care. I want to go by.
Yeah.
But this feels interesting because, like, yeah, I am genuinely curious as to what the hell Daryl Hannah was doing. Who are these people? Why?
Mm-hmm.
What birth? And also, okay. Anyway.
Yep.
I'm very interested in knowing more about everything that's happening. I'm even interested in all this nonsense going on screen now. Is this really just the introduction? The
Yep.
opening?
Yeah, it's
Oh
a
my
very
God.
long opening, but the major theme of the show is unity, humanity,
Right.
global connection.
Yes.
And so the intro is all different cultures, all different countries, all different people and walks of life, and
Yeah.
them being together and how important it is that they're all together.
Oh, okay, I get it, right? And that makes, right, because I do know that these people, whoever they are obviously all very connected to Daryl Hannah and therefore each other.
Mm-hmm.
However that may come about,
Yeah.
whatever that may be.
Yeah.
My God, I had no idea the world was so big and there were so many people. Look at all these clothes and colors. Lord have mercy.
I want to travel more.
Kindness is sexy. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Kindness is sexy. There's always a haunted house. Where are all these abandoned buildings?
I know, right?
Like,
Where do they find them? Is it like a registry somewhere of abandoned buildings?
yes, there are. Yes, there
That
is,
makes
actually.
sense.
Yes.
That would make sense. Full of a dream.
His new name is Biceps. Oh, it's because it's his neighbor being too loud.
Hello? Hello, it's neighbor.
I hate it when neighbors are inconsiderate like that. Honestly. Do the pounding.
This is the police!
That'll do it.
Huh. I mean, my immediate reaction is that it's going crazy, but considering that
That would be most people's assumption.
yes. But considering what I've already seen, I know that he isn't actually going crazy. Ooh, and we're right back to partying with... Nice. This is very pretty cinematography, I will
I
say.
know,
Like, it's a
so
very pretty movie.
pretty.
Everything is...
I was just thinking that.
Yes. Like...
It's shot so well.
Yes.
Uncle Benjamin.
Who?
It's Sean Bean's brother from Game of Thrones.
Oh!
Yeah.
She looks familiar to me, too.
Mm-hmm.
Is that...
Her name is Twopence Middleton.
Oh!
Yep.
She was in Jupiter Ascending.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
She
Jupiter
pops
Ascending.
up all over the place. She was in Downton Abbey, the movie, both the films.
Ah.
She came in for the first film after the series ended.
Ah.
Yeah, she's someone that, like, once you see her, you start seeing her pop up everywhere.
Ah, it happens. It happens.
She's
It's
great.
how the whole world works is actors that you know but don't really remember.
Mm-hmm.
Good for her. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. Back to cheek kissing. And Sean Bean's brother.
Yes.
Big brother.
Uncle Benjamin.
Uncle Benjamin.
Said you had a vision.
No, it was too many drugs.
Casually. Just too many drugs. I hallucinated. It happens. Oh, this dude. Oh, this room. Oh, he's in a church. With a gun.
I've come to blow your fucking brains out.
Oh, this is such a telenovela.
Are we going off script? Cut!
It's actually a telenovela.
I love how dramatically they shot it to give you that feeling, and then you cut and realize, oh, it is actually a movie.
Oh,
Like, this is actually, oh, okay.
This makes total sense.
Yep, it
Oh.
puts you in that feeling before you even know what's happening.
Oh my god.
It's just, the show is shot so well.
And I gotta be honest, I have a real, like, it's like, I have a love for shows or movies where they are filming a show or a movie. Like a film within a film.
Yep.
Like, it's just so funny.
Yep, yep. No, I love how it's shot, but how this show looks. And I personally, I'm such a sucker for an aesthetic, for something that looks beautiful. I will forgive so much in the script or the performance if it's beautiful to look at. That being said, this is the whole package. But
The Wachowskis make lovely. They have a lovely aesthetic.
Yes.
They have a lovely, beautiful aesthetic. They've always had a lovely, beautiful aesthetic.
Yeah.
Really, truly. And it shines through here. And it's only been 10 minutes. And I'm already just like I feel like this could be a movie that would do very well as an Instagram wall. I mean, a series that would do well as an Instagram wall. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like every single frame you just want to frame.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Aha.
Yep.
Ha ha ha. Punny.
I'm so punny.
Anyway.
All right, back to it.
Back to it.
Yesterday you were having visions of suicidal angels, and today you can't remember your lines.
You said she looked like an angel.
I mean... Ooh, Korea. I love Seoul. Beautiful city.
I've never been.
Lovely place.
Look, I'm here to close. Women don't close things. They open them.
Chauvinism, alive and well.
Well, and in fairness, East Asia has a very built-in, baked-in cultural patriarchy that makes America's look like child's play. So, not that it's acceptable or understandable,
No.
just
But it's a different culture.
It is
And
a different
that's
culture.
the whole point of the show, is every single culture.
yes.
That means
Kicks ass, kicks ass, kicks ass, kicks ass, kicks ass. I assume that's her no good ne'er-do-well brother.
You really nailed him right off the bat.
It's one skeezy smirk, and
Yep.
you know a ne'er-do-well.
Yep.
Just having a giggle. Imagining Daryl Hannah having to do that
Oh,
every
that's the
single
same thing.
time.
I was thinking the same thing. How many times did she have to do that?
Arise.
She's got great core strength to do that over and over
Oh
and
my
over
God.
again.
Somehow, they just knew she was in trouble.
Limbic resonance. It's a language older than our species.
And it's all got to do with this chemical, DMT.
It's a simple molecule present in all living things. Scientists talk about it being part of an ecobiological synaptic network.
I love pseudoscience like this, right? Like, you know, things like the pineal gland, right? Scientists haven't actually figured out what it is, and so because it's halfway there scientifically, it opens the door for all sorts of crazy magical shit.
Yep.
Like limbic resonance.
Yep.
Which sounds like how elephants talk to each other. But you ever heard of that? You know how elephants can make noises that are deeper than our human ears can hear, and these noises, because of the wavelength, can travel miles and miles and miles, and that's how elephants are able to communicate with each other across the African plain.
I never knew that.
Yeah, right?
That's really interesting.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, so stuff like this.
I love it that they're at least trying. Like, I appreciate it. Like you said, it's
Yes.
pseudoscience, but there's enough believability that it's like, okay, sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love
Thank you for explaining this.
Exactly.
We're gonna pretend that is exactly how the world works
Yes.
for the next hour.
Because for science fiction, there's either that or then there's like Star Trek, where it's just so completely wild that
Yep.
you're just like,
Anything
all right,
works. We
exactly.
can do anything.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely a choice in sci-fi writing.
Yeah.
Are we going to make this grounded? Are we going to pretend that this could exist
Yeah.
in the world that we live in? Or are we just going to say screw it
Yeah.
and we do whatever we want because plot?
And I like how they've done the former choice for this because it is set in modern day, and also it makes it more it makes it less about the sci-fi, more about the people.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an excellent choice.
Cool. Sorry. Just love pseudoscience.
Yep.
It's so fun.
Yep.
You alright? Migraine.
Why are you so good to me?
You are my one and only mother.
Get you a man that treats his mother well.
But
Says
not,
a lot about him.
yeah, but not too well.
I have this feeling. I'm going to have a really good day today.
He does not have a good day today.
What would give you that idea?
Because 2 people in 5 minutes have said, I'm gonna have a good day today, and there was a funeral right in between them saying that. I'm not an idiot. I mean, I'm an idiot, but I'm not that big of an idiot.
When the streets are a jungle, there can only be one king.
Oh my god.
The Van Damme.
I mean, hey. Oh, wow. That is indeed a truck. Look at that.
Yep.
Does he give tours? Or is he just a bus driver? Awesome. I don't care what it is. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I've been there.
I've briefly been there. I drove through and stopped to take a picture with the bridge.
I'm very meh on it. Oh. Oh my. Oh, okay.
They're not concerned about what they show. We will be.
Oh my.
I'm not going to be showing all
Oh
this
my.
on YouTube. But
Oh my. Oh, I like her hair though.
Mm-hmm.
I find on-screen intimacy very difficult to watch. It's just very challenging for me. Oh my.
Yeah.
Is it over?
Nope.
Oh my.
I'll tell you when.
Oh, I can hear that it's not over. Aw, kissing is nice. Kissing is sweet.
Did that help Honey's headache?
I can't answer that. Because you literally just fucked my brains out.
That's fair.
There's nothing I'd like more. If only my heart did not belong to another.
He is such a liar.
It's a rare man that would turn that down.
No, rare is not the word.
Get the sense that there was a bit of a strained relationship there.
Oh, no, really? Could it possibly be like something is wrong with the family? Why do they feel like a crime family?
It's a really interesting cross on the headstone. Is that significant? Like, do you guys know what that...
What a loving father-son relationship they must have had in life.
Thinking the same thing.
Oh, his dad probably beat the crap out of him as a kid.
Probably a safe assumption.
I mean, yeah, that or worse.
We need more customers. We're barely covering the cost of the gas.
We don't need customers. We need a Facebook page.
Facebook. I love it when shows accidentally date themselves with things like that.
I'm still very good. The Bat fan? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting on the Bat fan here.
Here. What am I supposed to do with this? This is what more than the fair.
That's probably true,
Yeah.
actually.
I mean, that would be startling.
Of course it would be. Good Lord, it's a chicken.
I would definitely think I was going crazy.
I mean, I know that she's over. I mean, I know that she's. Well, she's overworked.
Tell Mr. Jung that I'm in a meeting.
Ooh.
Red file.
Ooh, that's obviously very important. Does Daryl Hannah ever get to change outfits? I feel like the answer is no.
That would be a spoiler.
That's fair.
I can't tell you things like that.
That's fair.
This is important.
Look, this headache is killing me. Tomorrow, okay?
Ooh, pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Must be pride.
Oh, the fairies of San Francisco.
Your lips are so amazing.
They're high.
We were so high.
Called it. How long do you think that makeup took to do?
What, his or hers?
His.
You know, most queens can get it done in about 45 minutes.
That's impressive. That's really impressive.
Yeah,
It took me longer to do this.
I mean, like, hardcore, you can probably get it done in 20 if you're speeding. Oh. Ooh.
She looks adorable.
I love it.
I'm crying because no one's ever defended me before.
Oh, that's so sad and sweet.
That's the day I knew I'd always love you.
Aww. Mumbai is one of those fascinating cities where it's got like 1,000-year history of buildings, and then has these huge skyscrapers and modern buildings. Oh.
Yeah. I always find that so fascinating. That's why I love visiting older cities, because we don't really have that here.
Yeah, I know.
We had a little bit, but I feel like unless you really go to the East Coast, you don't have buildings that are...
Yeah, no. There are not centuries old buildings just sprinkled throughout Los Angeles.
Yeah, you have to go elsewhere. There are buildings that old here. There are mesas and things like that, but they're not like these cities where it's literally right here is a shopping center that was built 20 years ago, and right here is a building that's been here since the Dark Ages.
Yeah.
It's so fascinating to me.
And in the case of Mumbai, I mean, a lot of their buildings predate the Dark Ages, which is, in my opinion, wild. I love it, though.
I love walking around a lot of cities. I know London does this. I'm sure everywhere else does this too. But you'll be walking, there'll be like a plaque on the floor. And it says, this is the site where they used to have public executions or something of different things that used to happen there.
Not as much in other parts of Europe or throughout Asia, but they are doing it more and more now, and especially now that historical preservation is really becoming more and more important. And what's beautiful about India is they are so spiritually connected with everything that all of their old buildings are still in such fabulous condition because they take really good care of it.
That's so nice.
It's so glorious.
That's so amazing.
And I'm glad that I'm, from what I'm already seeing of the show, is that they will be like really showcasing a lot of that, which is awesome. I love it because it gets to be an armchair traveler, right? Don't have to book the ticket and fly and waste the gas to go there and see it myself. I got it right here on the screen.
Yep.
Love
And
it.
they filmed everywhere. Because of the way they shoot this, you've seen already, like they're seeing each other in different locations.
Yeah.
They literally brought the whole cast and crew, shot here, packed them all up, shot here, packed them all up, shot here.
I love it.
The amount of work that goes into it, you can see. It's called production value.
Yeah.
And it's how much you're getting for what you're spending.
Yeah.
And my God, this show.
Lovely.
You can tell how much time, effort, and money went into this.
Good.
This weekend, I am to marry a very important man.
Oh.
You probably know Rajan Russell. All the women at the company want desperately to marry him, but he never took an interest in anyone. Except me.
Sorry to pause again.
No.
This is such a great way to give exposition
That's
of...
true.
She's literally telling the audience this information, but the fact that it doesn't feel clunky. She's giving it in context of the scene.
Well, and what makes it, in my opinion, more believable and easier to swallow, because it's usually so hard to swallow exposition, because it's just like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
Information dump.
She has taken this paragraph, this chunk of lines that they were giving to her, and you see it. She pauses naturally. There are moments when she chooses to think about her words. She doesn't just whip through it like this and this and this. It doesn't feel like reading. And because it doesn't feel like reading, because it feels like she's actually having a conversation with this deity, right? It doesn't feel like exposition. It feels like a conversation, which makes it so much better.
She's a good actress.
She doesn't want to marry him, does she? She doesn't want to marry him.
I mean, would you go to your deity saying, I feel really, really bad, by the way, I'm about to marry this person, if you really wanted to marry this person?
Well, maybe she doesn't maybe she doesn't want to not marry him. Maybe it's just the fact that I get this, like, I have this feeling that she's supposed to give up her career once she marries him, and she doesn't want to do that. That would be my, like...
I mean, that seems like a cultural norm. That definitely seems like an expectation.
that's,
but she's also established earlier that her career is very important to her.
It is. It absolutely is. So maybe, oh God, maybe she doesn't love him. Maybe there's someone else. Ooh, maybe there's someone else. I'm excited. Let's go.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Tell me more.
I have never seen my parents so full of joy as when they received his proposal. I mean, I thought they were excited when I received my degree from university.
As they should be.
But they're more excited about her getting married.
I mean, Rajan is, according to everyone, including my mom's astrologer, the perfect husband for me.
do not love him.
Aw.
See you tomorrow. Wolfgang?
His name is Wolfgang. His new name is Puppy.
Next time I come down here, I remember how much you can actually feel how much they hate us.
Well,
Gangbangers
I mean-
hate cops. Cops hate gangbangers.
well.
Are you kidding me?
I know you, Diego. You do not want to stand there and let this kid die either.
That's what he'd do if it was you or me.
That's not what's on the side of your police car, you dipstick. God! Ugh. Does the kid die?
Emergency! Kid's bleeding bad here.
That's a gunshot.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, we can't treat that here.
What?
What? Wait a minute, is that real? Are there actually hospitals that don't treat...
I fully believe that that is true.
Oh. Yay, criminal activity. Ooh, what are they, diamonds? Oh my god, they're diamonds!
Big ass diamonds.
You cracked the uncrackable.
Okay, but boys,
You need to
like,
move.
can we
Let's
go?
let's go.
Hello?
Romano just came out of surgery. Life signs is stable. He'll probably make it. Can I ask you a personal question? If he lives and he kills someone, let's say a cop, how you gonna feel about that?
That's a good question. But
The actions of other people do not reflect your own moral decisions.
that's just it. You can't be held responsible for what someone else does. You can only do the best you can in the moment.
Exactly. We will discuss moral philosophy in next week's episode when we
Yes.
watch Dr. Seuss.
Watch The Good Place.
Ooh, fabulous show.
Yes. All about moral philosophy.
Oh, wow.
It's really fascinating to see behind the scenes of how they shoot those transitions.
I love movie magic. Practical effects are just...
And
they-
it's mostly practical. It's really impressive.
Yes,
Yeah.
practical effects make all the difference in the world. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Oh, I get it. This is when all of their lives go to complete and utter shit because of each other, and then they have to find their way to each other. Oh, I get it. I get it. I'm with it. I understand the show now. Cool. Ooh, pretty. Really pretty.
Iceland.
Oh, God, one of the prettiest places on earth.
I'm dying to go.
It's actually very affordable.
I've heard that.
It's very
Yeah.
affordable to go. You
Yeah.
should. Definitely a bucket list place to go.
Mm-hmm.
And honey, don't fall. Don't trip. Don't trip on your trip.
Yep.
I said stop the car. What the fuck?
Oh, is that the church? Oh, is he about to find Daryl Hannah's dead body?
This is where it happened.
But where's her body? Oh, wait, it was probably recovered by the creepy old dude. Oh, there are a lot of creepy old dudes in this. Sci-fi.
There are a lot of creepy old dudes in the world.
That makes a great deal of sense.
If all the partners I end up with a Mulder wannabe.
Mose?
Mulder and Scully from the X-Files.
Oh! Fabulous show. Never saw it. Hey, do they get romantic with each other? Not them specifically, but do these eight? Is this like a?
Within the universe, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
they can be.
How do you know she died here?
I saw her.
What are you doing here?
I don't know. I don't know where I am. Oh no. What are you doing?
Don't you fucking move!
Oh my god.
Jarring way to pull you back to reality.
Ooh.
You said, right?
Ooh. Oh my god.
basically.
Jesus. Sweetie, you need a shower.
Mm-hmm.
And probably an exorcism.
Yeah.
What? That's the first episode. Oh, I'm pissed. I'm angry. I'm upset. This is upsetting to me. I hate cliffhangers. They make it so hard for me to walk away from something. Oh my god.
Yep.
Okay.
It does a great job because it feels like it's slow. It's happening so slowly, and all of a sudden you're hooked. Oh my God. You're hooked before you even realize you're hooked.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Usually, a show that leaves me with this many questions at the end of the first episode isn't usually the kind of show that I'm interested in. Because not that I don't enjoy a show that like walks me through it, but like at the same time, it's one of those things where I'm like, all right, fine. Now you want me to commit to things, and
How dare they want you to keep watching?
I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's just like, all right, like cool, set up a mystery and all that, but this doesn't feel like a mystery that's going to be answered in the next episode. This feels like a mystery that's going to take me like episodes to figure out. Now I'm not going to lie, because this show is so pretty and because it's obviously Pride Month and this is obviously a very like fulfilling show, I'm going to power through. I'm going to power through this, and I'm sure by the end of it I'll be in love with it and a diehard fan, and I'm sure years later I'll be sitting here saying to myself, why did they cancel it? Why?
Yeah. It's interesting. Exactly the reasons you said you wouldn't normally be into this is exactly what I love. I find it so fascinating because something you said earlier, I wanted to address, but I wanted to wait till we're done. You mentioned, oh my God, their lives are about to be ruined by each other, and then it's going to all get better.
Yeah.
That's the typical way that a show would go. Like, that's what most of us would assume is going to happen.
Yes.
It's not really a spoiler to say that's not the arc that they take.
Oh.
It's very, very different. It's a slow build, but part of the reason you are so invested in the characters because the characters are the focus, and their lives and what's happening to them and what they're each dealing with individually, they've set up. They each have their own set of problems, their own set of things that they're dealing with.
Yeah.
And now they just have this whole other layer that's happening on top of it.
Okay.
And so the theme is more, how do you live your life with something like this happening?
Right.
It's more of the vehicle that connects them as opposed to the wrench thrown in and we now have to just deal with that.
Okay,
and that's something I appreciate so much because I personally get a little bit annoyed at shows where it's like, well, here's the wrench, and we're going to forget that these teenagers actually have high school and actually have tests and things they have to study for. But no, something else is happening, so we're going to forget that real life exists.
What? That's ridiculous. They took tests in Teen Wolf. I'm just saying.
Yep. No, but I personally really, really appreciate that the focus is on their lives and how they're connected, but we're focused on them. It's not, well, this crazy thing happened, so that's all we're going to focus on now. It's much more complicated, and you have so much more depth than that.
It's them and the thing that's happening to them, not the thing that's happening to them.
Which is part of why it unfolds so slowly, because it's a balancing act between the two. It's you're learning what's happening, but it's more about the people. And so that's not a style that resonates with everyone. That doesn't work for everyone. But it's why when you get invested, you are so invested. Because they put in so much work and so much effort to make you care about these people.
Well, and I will say, like, I regardless of whatever, this would be a show that this is a show that I am interested in watching more of, because you are right, because they do a great job of setting up the characters, and like, for example, I really do want to know if Miss Pharmacological like goes through with her wedding, and I do want to know if Van Damme like gets a better van and what happens with his mom, like it is a lot of questions. But I think the questions that annoy me are the questions about what's happening to them, not about them. And so I think because I want to know more about them, I am going to shove down that little voice in my head that's like, and just be like, yes, power through.
It's the rare pilot that doesn't give you more. Most pilots, the first episode of a show, if you're unaware of how shows work, you have a pilot episode is what it's called. It's essentially a test episode. It's the pitch. It's the, okay, we're going to give you enough, we're going to tell you what the show's about, we're going to introduce the characters, but you have to know enough by the end to want to keep going. So it's very, very rare to see something that doesn't give you too many answers in the beginning. It just expects you to keep going. And that is a common complaint I have heard about this show, or a common, I don't want to say complaint, but a common
Negative?
comment
Comment is better.
is that it took a couple episodes for people to start understanding and fully getting invested. It's almost like a 2-part pilot.
Well, and in fairness, that's different than how we do things here in America, right? We really like the idea of all at once up front.
Yeah.
This is more of a, like you said, a slow build, a slow burn, and so that is challenging.
Yeah.
But you know, if you like it, you have good taste, so it's
Thank you.
You're welcome. So it is one of those things where I feel like, yeah, it is worth pushing past that immediate instinctual moment
Yeah.
and just watching more, which we will do.
It's also an example of, and not everybody pays attention to the filmmakers, not everyone pays attention to the writers, and that's fine. But the Wachowskis, if you're familiar, they're both trans women, so that's a
Yes.
theme that's going to come through. That's very important to them.
Yes.
But arguably best known for The Matrix, which it's probably safe to say most of you have seen. It's a very iconic film, but exactly.
Love that scene.
Dramatic styles, very dramatic shots, very colorful. Well, The Matrix isn't colorful, it has like the green.
But
tinge
still,
to it.
even in their scenes, when they're in the Matrix, I mean, and oh god, do you remember that scene? Was it The Matrix 1 or The Matrix? It was The Matrix
red
2?
dress?
With yes,
Yep,
man,
the red dress.
It's not what you would consider to be colorful, but the use of color is
But humanity is a very, very common thing in Wachowski films, and the importance of humanity, the diversity of humanity, but the primal aspect of it. Think about Zion. Think about in The Matrix. The scene I'm thinking of is in the beginning of the second one when they've just returned to Zion and it's the party that's happening.
Wait a minute. Spoiler alert.
Oh, yes.
If you've never seen The Matrix 2 or any of that,
Yep.
which, welcome to the 21st century. That's odd of you, but
A little bit iconic, you know.
yeah. But anyway, spoilers. We're going
Yes.
to talk about The Matrix because we're talking about the Wachowskis, and
We
you
are.
can't not talk about Matrix when you talk about the Wachowskis.
You really can't. You really can't.
I mean, you can leave other things out, like you can skip Jupiter Ascending entirely.
Well, it's funny also that you mentioned Tuppence Middleton was in Jupiter Ascending because the
Love it.
Wachowskis reuse their cast. They love to use the same cast. I made a joke when I saw Matrix Resurrections, the newest one that just came out. It should have been called Sense8 Reunions because half the cast of Sense8 is in the new Matrix.
I mean, when you know who you like and you have a jive with actors, it's hard not to want to work with them over and over and over again.
People forget it's a job. Like, it is a thing, and you work with these people.
Yeah.
And when you find people you work well with, it's why you see the same directors and actors
Yeah.
and composers working
Yeah.
together because they work well together.
Yeah, and who wants to work with an asshole?
Exactly. But back to the scene I was mentioning in Zion, it's primal. It's the human experience. It's the basic, most...
The animal in us.
The animal in us, the most biological, basic human experience. And sci-fi, everything. But that's a very common theme, and that's something that if you go back and rewatch The Matrix and watch Sense8, you'll see similar visual cues, similar themes that come through when you're watching the same filmmaker, the same artist across their work.
Which is why Lily and Lana Wachowski are such prolific directors, is because they were able to take something, are able to constantly take these big, large sci-fi themes and make it about the human experience within them.
Yep.
Which is difficult, but
Well,
they do it
that's
so
what The Matrix
well.
is, too.
Yes.
Like, it's a sci-fi movie, but The Matrix is just the vehicle to focus on who these people are. Also, J. Michael Straczynski is very well known for a TV show called Babylon 5, which was the first show to utilize a multi-season story arc.
Really?
Yeah, it's very, very famous for it. It's one of the first to do it, especially successfully, where most shows, think about like a sitcom where everything happens within its episode and you don't have to watch the one before or the one after. It just kind of happens. At the time that he did Babylon 5, that was very much the standard.
Yes.
Now, today, we're much more used to a long story arc.
Yes.
That's much more common. It wasn't at the time.
Most dramas do have a season-long story arc.
Yes, that is something that one of the writers of the show is very well known for, having a longer arc. And so if you're familiar with someone like that, going into this, that's something you expect. In the same way that when you watch a Tim Burton movie, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You know you're going to get something a little creepy, but very whimsical.
Yeah.
You watch, I don't know,
A Nora Ephron
a
film.
Nora Ephron film. You know you're going to get a lovely, lighthearted
rom-com.
rom-com.
With Meg Ryan.
Yeah, and so if you're someone who really enjoys the behind-the-scenes stuff and looking at the styles of different writers and filmmakers, you can see the Wachowskis all over this. If you're familiar with their previous work, you can see J. Michael Straczynski all over this if you're familiar with his work. And that's something that not everyone cares about, but I personally do.
She's such a geek.
I know.
Well, good
Proud
for
geek.
you.
Proud geek. So that was the first episode of Sense8. We are going to watch the next episode next week. So if you enjoyed this, please tune back in. And also, please like and subscribe. Again, this is our very first video, and we're a brand new channel. So we appreciate all the love and support that we can get. And please let us know if you enjoyed it, because it's nice to know, and it's also helpful. It tells us what you guys want to see more of and what you enjoy. So again, like and subscribe, and join us next week for episode 2.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.